God is CEO is a ministry that brings folks together, whether you're an entrepreneur or employee. How do you bring God as the CEO of your company? How do you make God as the CEO of your life? So God as CEO is a ministry that brings tools to people just to teach how do you make this happen? And the reason I believe that we came to Ghana, I came to Ghana and I wasn't quite sure why God chose Ghana, but I believe that Ghana is actually the sleeping lion in Africa.
In 2 Corinthians 12:9, Paul is asking God to remove the thorn, remove his thorn. And he says, and he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And I was weak right there. I was at my weakest.
So next in my life is I accept Christ, and then God starts putting these mentors in my path. He put 5 key mentors into my path. So why I share that with you is these guys helped build my faith up. And I started to believe things that I never believed before.
And my business was better than ever, because when you have Jesus, what you have is what? Favor. Because when God looks at you, he doesn't see you, he sees only Jesus, and he sees the blood of Jesus.
How would you ensure that in acquiring your talents or resourcing or getting people on board in your business, the basic Christian beliefs and lifestyle is found in them so that you will get the right team on board?
Unfortunately, Jesus chose 12, but there was one bad nut. But there was a purpose for that. God, at the end of the day, probably will bring you some troublemaker to help you out. It helps to refine us. There are days where you say, oh, my wife is troublesome, but God brought her as a refiner in your life. So that, are you with me? So we should always make room for God's own move.
I heard about God as CEO on radio, and I felt it would be good coming around to see what it's about.
It is awesome, very, very awesome.
I've learned so much. I've learned about the living a godly character in your organization, showing for the love of God, leading by example. What excellence is and what a good leader is supposed to do.
So nothing happens positive till somebody takes responsibility. And sometimes I have somebody on staff, they make a pretty bad mistake, and I have to talk to somebody and take ownership for it, instead of saying, oh yeah, they screwed up. So then the next one is success that betters people, our family, and ourselves. Right? So that's what excellence is.
How do you build a business plan? What does it look like to have values? How do you set the foundation? How do you take the principles in Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 and say, yes, I want to be a man who builds my house on the rock?
God as CEO, licensed these values, but it took a long time to come up with them. It wasn't just over a certain period of time, a lot of prayer, a lot of thought, but because these are the foundation. It's the foundation of the organization. Just like the story in the Bible about the house built on the sand and the house built on the rock, and the rains came and the floods rose, and the house that was built on the sand, what happened? Crashed. House that built with the rock was able to withstand the storms. And who in here has got a business or organization that's never gone through storms? I was ready to invest, whoever had one that never had any problems, because all organizations go through storms.
The future is clear. It is more about picking from other people and adding to what you already know. The word says that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And the truth is the truth that comes from God. So as long as it is God we are sharing, you always have to know. You can go through even the verses over and over, but somebody can speak it to you and it brings new life into it. Christ came as King. He owns everything and possesses everything. And that is where God comes in as the CEO. So I'm appreciating that he is the greatest king, I'm his small king, a steward, and I'm doing as he asked me to do.
People really had a lot from yesterday's meeting, so they decided to come and learn more about how to make God the CEO over their lives.
You could actually apply biblical truth to your work or to business or in your field of work, and knowing that has really changed my perspective about life and changed my perspective about business as well.
People out there need to know how to work, how to show forth the love of God. So I really, really recommend this program, that you should go on.
Jesus is everywhere. So we need to bring him into our businesses too. And I believe that only God kicks a sleeping lion. And I believe that's exactly what God is doing. Because when Ghana ignites, the entire continent of Africa could become the centerpiece of the entire world through God as CEO.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Woo! You guys blow the other way.